Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and you're watching Alicia's Life. I am here to do a very brief review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1. Let's get started. So did you guys see the reunion last night? It was cute. It starts slow like it always does, but it has been the most hyped reunion I think of any franchise in the history of Real Housewives. And that's because it's a historic 4-part reunion. I thought it was all right. I thought all the ladies looked great last night. I like Cynthia's hair. She likes to go for the big hair. I liked it. It wasn't too wild and out of control. But it started kind of slow, I guess, for a reunion. We had to recap all the female visits that they had done, all the tweaking they had done to their bodies. I wasn't interested in that. Interesting that Andy commented on the whole black don't crack thing. I was like, okay, Andy, everyone's heard that. They spent like the first 20 minutes felt like talking about the houses between Chateau Charest and Moore Manor, and I didn't care about any of that. I thought both houses were very beautiful in their own ways, and it was over, right? We got to see them both. They both had their housewarmings, and it was all good. They spent some time revisiting Phaedra's good deeds with the Flint, Michigan camping project and all the different charitable events that she throws on. And it's so interesting that outwardly, Phaedra does a whole lot of charity. She talks about, coming together and healing and restoration. But deep down and behind the scenes, she's doing some dirt, y'all. But I guess it's what you have to do. You have to have a distraction if you want to have your dirt undetected. We revisited the whole Phaedra Kenya showdown with the divorce party, and did she think that Kenya was coming from a good place or not a good place? And of course, Phaedra's like, I don't think she was coming from a good place. She was instrumental in shutting down my marriage. And so Kenya came with the facts, man. It wasn't about that. It was about we falling out over a business deal. So I'm very glad that Kenya was able, and I'm not a Kenya fan. Let me just put that out there right now. I am not a Kenya fan, but I'm glad that she seemed to come with the facts. She didn't come with the embellishments or the drama or the theatrics. She was very clear when she relayed the history as at least we all remember it from watching the show. And I'm really tired of Phaedra acting like she's the victim, like she's just this poor innocent wounded party when she knows what was going on behind closed doors. But Kenya's not innocent either. I wish she would stop pretending that she does not provoke people. Maybe she needs a dictionary and she doesn't understand what the word means, because apparently her definition does not match the real world definition of provocation. Candy asked Phaedra if he thought that Candy and her would be friends again. She and Candy will be friends again. And Phaedra says, I'm optimistic. Stop with the lies. It's clear that you're never going to be friends again. And Candy even said so. She's like, it's all BS. It's clear that Phaedra does one thing on camera and another thing off of camera. We've seen it time and time again. It is clear this friendship is done. And I was sad about it at first because I thought they were very close. But now that I don't know the inner workings of Phaedra, but from what it seems like, there's a whole other side, a snake side to Phaedra. She doesn't easily forgive or move past things. And she's vindictive. I have to say that Phaedra was really not on her A game in this first episode, though. Every question they asked her about why she was mad at Kenya, what was going on in Flint, what was happening with this or that, it was like she was really trying to convince the people of her version of what happened. And it was clear she was trying to make that up and make it as convincing as possible, and no one was buying it. You would think, to be a lawyer, she'd have some oratory skills, the ability to convince a jury of what actually happened in the past. But she just seemed like she was making things up as she went along. And she was trying hard to keep on to that belief. But she herself knew it was to be a lie. When a viewer asked Phaedra, when they were at the restaurant and all the ladies were attacking Portia, why didn't she jump in and defend her? When Phaedra's response was, well, she works in a professional environment. She can't be out there cussing and all those different things. She has to be seen as a professional. I'm thinking, you're on a show that is celebrating foolishness and acting out and cussing, whatever. You're on a show dedicated to that. You're not worried about your reputation then, and this is your girlfriend. You don't have to really act the fool and cuss and yell and scream and do all these different other things to shut down what's going on at the table. If you really are a woman of class and dignity, you know how to diffuse a situation with class, calmly, not jump into the fray and be part of it. So her answer still didn't make any sense. We have never seen Phaedra defend Portia this entire season. And I believe the reason why we haven't seen it is because she's the one winding her up. I really believe that Phaedra's the one behind all of the rumors that Portia has supposedly been hearing in the streets. I think Phaedra's the streets, and I think we're going to find that out. Okay, so the first reunion devolved into a shouting match between Kandi and Portia, because Portia feels like they're mocking her for her anger management classes that she may or may not be taking. And Kandi has said she's always supported Portia, which we've seen her do that. And so Portia decides to say that Kandi, whatever Kandi does for anyone, gives her the right to mistreat someone. So there's something behind that. I really can't wait for the next episode to find out what she's talking about, because Kandi said she gave $5,000 to Portia so she could win Celebrity Apprentice, which was nice. She didn't have to do that. And so Portia's saying, well, I am not going to accept money from you to keep me quiet. I'm still going to speak against you and the things that you do to mistreat people. So I think that there obviously is something that Portia is believing about Kandi and Kandi's motives. So we're going to find out, because there's been all this stuff around a cease and desist letter that supposedly Kandi sent to Portia, which is probably why Portia's really hot about Kandi trying to shut her down and keep her from speaking. But everything I have heard is that the cease and desist letter was drafted by Phaedra and delivered to Portia as if it came from Kandi. So I think that the truth comes out that Phaedra has been behind all of these lies, I think. And that is what is going to just destroy Kandi, because she can't believe that Phaedra was so vindictive that she would do all of these things to try to destroy her. And doesn't that seem like misdirected anger? Like, if your life's falling apart, even if you feel like your friend has betrayed you or did something that was dirty to you, your anger should be at your husband for cheating on you, embezzling from the world, deceiving you. I mean, because her story is she didn't know anything about it. So your anger should be with him. Maybe your friend let you down and disappointed you, but why can't you go to her and resolve that issue? Why try to bring her down? Maybe that's just who she is. She brought Apollo down, sent him to jail. Now she wants to destroy Kandi and get rid of her career, livelihood, marriage, everything else. And maybe that's just who Phaedra is. She is just the kind of person that when she gets angry, she wants to destroy. In one of those reunion previews, it looks like Phaedra's confessing to something, because she made it sound like she made a statement like Kandi was just collateral damage. So it sounds like she was out to do something. Maybe Kandi just got caught in the crossfire. So I don't know, guys. I can't wait to see what actually happens at the rest of this reunion. These are my thoughts about what I think is going to happen and why Portia breaks down in tears. I don't know. Like, what could she be that broken up about? Maybe that she was used in this game? I don't know. But tears? I could see her being mad. But why angry? So, I mean, why crying? So anyway, guys, I'm interested. What are your thoughts? Did you see it? If you missed it or anything about the season, please get caught up on my vlogs. I've done a recap of the entire season up through episode 11, and from 12 on, I've done a Road to Reunion recap that'll get you all the way to the reunion. So go ahead and check those out if you've missed any of them. Thanks again for watching. Be sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!